Recently, on a cold winter day, I decided to make a batch of Betty Crocker fudge brownies. I'm sure it's not that difficult or expensive to make this from scratch, but I didn't feel like spending time searching for a bona fide and trustworthy recipe. Maybe someone who watches this will feel inclined to share theirs. Either way, I'm sure that eventually I will try and make a truly homemade version. I baked it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or around 175 degrees Celsius for 22 minutes at first. But that wasn't long enough, so I put it in for another 10 minutes. It isn't shown here, but I used that toothpick to test if it was done. If you stick it in and it comes out clean, then the batch is ready. I should have let it cool down a little longer because it was hard to get the slices out of the pan collectively together. And there you can see my shiny new coffee mug. Well, it's not new. It's actually many years old. It was a gift, and it has had rivers worth of coffee flow through it. The original paint was chipping off, so I decided I would remove the remaining paint on my Shopsmith lathe. First, I started building a kind of jam chuck because my jaw chuck isn't quite the right size to hold the tumbler. I cut two discs out of plywood, one that was a little wider than the rim of the cup and one that would match the inner diameter. Then I will glue the two discs together and fine-tune the shape for a snug fit. I have to admit this whole process was quite drawn out. I probably could have gotten the paint off just as quickly with a 3M scrubber pad and some elbow grease. And that would have been safer too, as you will see coming up. Part of the reason for this process taking so long is that I'm simply not that experienced with using the lathe yet. I imagine if any professional or amateur woodworking enthusiast watch this video, they will have many helpful comments and constructive criticism to share. And that's fine because I know that I have a lot to learn. Here I'm drawing center lines on the discs. Since they are still rather irregular, I'm drawing several lines and will use the prevalent intersection as the center, and that's where I will drill a pilot hole for the chuck screw. my glue bottle is clogged and stuck on, so I have to twist it off with pliers and scoop out the glue with a brush. Here you can see how the shopsmith converts from a drill press into a lathe. Here you can see me thinking about how this could go wrong. I used a wooden dowel to stabilize the tailstock end of the cup, and I'm pretty sure that is not standard practice.
This is a bad idea.
But it's what I came up with at this particular time, with the tools I had at my disposal. Maybe a better way to do it would have been to make another plywood disc and poke that with a pointed life center that I do have. You can see how much it wobbles. But I kept going. I tried steel wool, then sandpaper, and a 3M scouring pad with a little water. The danger that I was most concerned about was this mud flying out of the lathe at great speed. But I didn't predict what actually happened, though it seems pretty obvious now. The friction from the steel cup spinning against the dowel caused the dowel to start burning a little. If I had left it running a little longer, the cup probably would have flown off as well, since the dowel was essentially going to burn its way to being too short. So I switched to the pointed tailstock live center, which I should have used from the beginning. I didn't at first because I didn't know how badly it would mar up the bottom of the cup, but at this point I decided that was a problem of lesser concern. On a final pass, I added some kitchen-safe metal pot and pan polish and cleaner. It actually came out pretty good, except for the little dimple left behind on the bottom of the cup. But that's okay with me now, because it'll be a little reminder to myself about opting for a safer approach, even if it means the end results aren't as perfect. And it will also remind me of a cold and crisp winter day, passing the time trying new skills and enjoying the warmth and sweetness of brownies with my beautiful wife.